Hey, this is Mike Renoir, Northwest Fight Scene, NWFightscene.com. I'm here with Cindy, the sleeper, Hales. And it is Hales, right? Not Hales or anything
Hales,
like that.
H-A-L-E-S.
And you're just a few days out from your next fight with Tracy. Man, how do you feel about this fight?
I'm actually really excited about the fight. I've been training a lot just before even knowing I was having the fight, just training to be training, learning a lot of new stuff. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how that new stuff plays out in the ring.
All right, now, when I heard you were fighting, I said, well, Cindy, when was the last time she fought? And about 8 years ago, is that right?
Yeah, I think it was in maybe 2008 or 9. I fought Fiona Muxel in New Zealand.
Right. So what was the impetus for getting back in the cage after so long?
Well, I came back to Gracie Barra a few years ago. I had some injuries, recovered from just some random mishap injuries. I kind of stopped fighting to focus on teaching, and also because I was getting hurt a lot, and then all of a sudden I was getting hurt a lot doing nothing. So I figured that coupled with I started helping out Amy Montenegro, and then also Barb Honchek was in town training, helping Amy a little bit. I was sparring a lot, found some really good people that just kind of showed up, and I enlisted them in my camp, and we just started training for nothing, just to train, like I said. And then I got a call, and it was like, oh, yeah, I'll take that. I started in Tacoma, and I went on a fight in Tacoma.
Right on. So what do you know about Tracy?
Well, I know she was a wrestler. I hear she was a good high school state wrestler. I know she trains out of 5 Rings, as maybe a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. She looks like she's young and hungry and, really tough. I'm not underestimating her at all. I'm excited to see kind of the new batch of people that are out there, girls that are out there. I'm getting a little older, but I also have a lot of tricks and a lot of moves, and when I wasn't fighting, I was just training. I've just been in the gym for 15 years, so yeah, that's what I do.
Right. Now, this is a Team Seattle versus Team Portland. I'm not sure really how it works out, but I know there's points for knockouts and points for submissions. Yeah. And do you get extra money if you get a knockout or anything?
I hope so. I hope so. They haven't told us if there's extra bonuses. Yeah, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get something. I know that.
Right on. Now, obviously, your biggest fight that you had, Megumi Fujii.
Yeah.
And look at your records, 2-1 as a pro, but really that was not really a full MMA fight. I watched it today, and I'm like, boy, it was so jumpy. The Smack Girl rules were just so goofy.
Yeah.
So when you look back at Megumi Fujii, do you regret not having had a chance to fight her again or anything like that?
Well, what I regret is not being able to grapple her. I think that to me is more fascinating. But, the trouble with that camp wasn't the rules, it was the weight cut for me.
Sure.
It was a huge weight cut. I didn't have I didn't even know that I didn't have a great camp until I've figured out what a great camp is and what is a great camp for me. So there was a lot of factors. I'm still just stoked on that fight because Megumi Fujii is my hero. Yep. So I don't think it can be a good fight or a bad fight. It's the coolest fight I could have asked for. I would really like to grapple her. I want to figure out how to go to Japan and hang out with her and grapple, or maybe someone will hook up a fight with us, a grappling match. I don't know, but that's going to happen someday.
Right. So talk about that side. Obviously, they announced that you're part of this Dirty Dozen. Females outside of Brazil with a black belt, and you were one of the first ones. What does that mean to you?
Well, it was really crazy because I didn't even suspect that I would be anywhere close to that list. And then they called me checking my credentials, and I was just like, I'm not going to make it. I didn't even think about it. And then they called me and told me, oh yeah, you made it. And then I was just telling everyone, I'm number 12. I was like, no, what's going to happen is they're going to find some girl in Siberia, in Mongolia, and she's going to dump me off the list. This is what happens to me, and I'm still waiting for that girl to show up and knock me off the list. But now they've printed the list, and I think,
That's
but
official.
yeah,
That's
I'm
official.
just super excited to be on the list.
Awesome. Now, talk about, I know you're teaching, not here, we're in Gracie Barra, this is Gracie Barra Redmond.
Yeah.
And you're up in Gracie Barra Kirkland. Talk about the school and what you're doing with it.
Well, I started that school or opened that school with some people about 2.5 years ago. After coming back, I shut down my schools and came over back to Baja. We have built a really cool team there. It's been really, I think, like the first school that I felt like a lot of ownership and where I got to really like do what I wanted to do, have the support staff to be there to help me. When I had my own school, I was doing everything on my own. It was really hard. Now I have Dave Hawley as my program manager, and he handles like all of the business side of it. I get to focus on teaching. We've grown like a really cool adults program, which I didn't focus on adults at my school. And the kids program, you know, I teach kids. That's my favorite thing to do. And we have a really strong group of kids over there. Yeah, we just plug away, show up, and do jiu-jitsu all the time.
Right on.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to get back into like maybe doing Worlds or Pan Ams or anything like that? Have you done any of that in the past?
Well, I was
years, or?
prior to getting the call for this fight, I was looking at trying to make this like ridiculous run to try and qualify into Mundials. I did Revolution and was able to compete against Leah Taylor, and then she like a weekend after went and took second at Pan Ams, like 2 or 3 weight divisions above me. Then she took second or third in absolute. I grappled with other people. Like I wasn't sure, like, oh, I don't know if I'm like still got it or whatever, but I just entered for fun, and then I'm like, oh, I'm doing pretty well. So yeah, I plan on doing Master Worlds this year. I plan on doing enough Nogi Worlds, everything to qualify for Mundials next year. And I also am working on a deal with a thing that Chael Sonnen is doing down in Portland. I don't think it's all like, I know who I'm going to be doing no-gi grappling against. I don't think it's confirmed in the public world.
Right.
But yeah, there's going to be some fun stuff in July.
Cool.
I've got seminars I'm working on. I'm doing some DVDs. I have a guard system that I've started, the Bora Bora guard. So, you know, I've hit it in a bunch of tournaments. I've like planned it out for the last 2 years, so that's what I'm doing, all kinds of things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I know you're getting excited for this fight, just a few days away. What do you like to do this week? I know the hard training's probably a bit over.
Yeah, I feel like all the work's done. You know, I didn't really even do too much like hard training in this. I talked to Rodrigo, talked to the guys that I'm working with, Eugene and Seth, and it's like, you know, I'm in the gym 8 hours a day, every day, and I've done that for 10 years. It's like I train hard every day. I think the worst thing that could happen to me is I get hurt. So, you know, I'm just like, this week I'm not going to be learning anymore. I'm trying to relax. I'm out in the woods with my dog. You know, it's sunny. Everything's like coming together, listening to good music, hanging out, teaching my classes, doing the same thing I'm going to do today. And win or lose after the fight, I come back, do the same thing. So, yeah, I'm just excited to compete.
Awesome. Well, anyone to thank for this Saturday's fight?
Well, I think I really want to thank, I've had a crew of guys that have been helping me this camp, just not even in the camp, just a crew of guys around me, Eugene, Seth, Rodrigo, Dave Hawley, all the people at Gracie Barra Kirkland. I'm able to come over here to Gracie Barra Bellevue. I go to Gracie Barra Seattle. I have this huge team around me, so it's like pretty good. I'm really excited. I'm really happy. Yeah, I just want to thank, I want to thank Tacoma, because I'm going and fighting in Tacoma, and I'm from Tacoma, I love Tacoma, and I'm just super excited to be in Tacoma. That's really why I took this show, is because it's in Tacoma.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Cindy Hales, we're going to see her Saturday night in Tacoma, Emerald Queen Casino, with Team Seattle, so good luck.
I think Team Portland will be happy if I win too, so I think
right.
everyone's going to be happy.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.